Alright, welcome back to the series with Arisandra. Real quick, I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to turn on this quest because right after this I'm going to have pretty much I'm pretty much going to end the recording. And I am just going to be heading on to, I think I have decided on Desolace. I was going to put a little bit more thought into it before I do anything, but just wanted to read this off.
Sorrowguard is a bastion in this foul land.
Have you spoken with Benedictus? So then it is done. The Archbishop has always been a friend of mine. His convictions and word in the light has always been true. This scroll will continue to guide our actions here and keep us safe within Sorrowguard.
Walk softly. Danger lurks.
Or Calibus. I would ask one last thing from you. My mentor came from Lordaeron, a kingdom far to the north that is now desecrated and torn beyond imagining. It is filled with the undead that roam freely upon the broken landscape. Within this land is an order known as the Scarlet Crusade, remnants of an old paladin order. They are fanatical and heartless to the core. It is from them I require something. Within the Scarlet Monastery in northern Tirisful Glades is a mighty cathedral. It was built well before these zealots' time. It is there my mentor studied the light. I would ask that you bring to me the Orb of Calidus, a stone infused with the power of the light. Ever since my mentor departed from Lordaeron, these holy brigands have kept it to themselves. Enter the cathedral and bring it to me. The light should be wielded by the true of heart, not the black of soul. I can't even get an item from this, but I'm not gonna pick it up. I read it off. If I decide I'm gonna do the Scarlet Monastery Cathedral, which is 35 to 45, so I still got some time. It's unlikely I'm gonna do that, so. But if I come back, it's either I could end up. I have to do a quest chain for this guy to be able to get this quest. So I'm not sure if maybe I will do it regardless, but that's for me to figure out. All right. So like I said, this is gonna. As soon as I was done with this recording, this one's gonna pick up in most likely Desolace. All right. So I'll see you then. All right. Welcome back to the series with Arisandra. It has been a couple weeks since I actually played this character. It's also been over a week and a half since I played anything. Got back from my vacation a couple days ago, but I've been really out of it. Just to give you an idea, I was in Cancun for my vacation, and coming back to a colder weather and being a dumbass and sleeping with my window open. I've been sick the last couple days, and I felt shitty just from the jet lag and all that other stuff, which, oh, sorry, let's actually get this stuff ready too. But part of what I was going to say as well, since it's been a couple weeks since I've done this, I am probably going to be really off. Like, I don't know, it's been a while since I played WoW in general. So. Alright, sorry. Again, a little off my, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Alright, I'm just going to try throwing myself right into it, more or less. So, I picked up all the quests. I walked around the areas to make sure there was no others, but pretty much all the quests here are just from these two tents, more or less. So, alright, so in this one I'm going to be doing pretty much all of these. I might do the Collapse of the Marauding one too, but for now I am going to focus on Troubling Winds and Sympathy for the Dead. That one's it's just having me kill some wind elementals and some of the vultures and the scorpids. I'll read out the quest in 1 second. But yeah, so I'm getting over a cold more or less the last couple of days, and was still back at work yesterday, so just gonna be a little out of it. Got a much later start to this than I expected as well, because I just was getting a little distracted, more or less. But oh, another thing I'm forgetting about. Wait, was I still using the Succubus or the Voidwalker? Oh, give me a second. Sorry, I had a sneeze. Alright. Go with this. Just Succubus for now, I guess? No, Voidwalker, just in case. I know I've been playing for a bit, might be a good idea for me to use it. Oh, well, I also need to get Healthstone ready, that's what I'm forgetting about. Sorry, wholly unprepared, but that's what I was trying to warn you guys of. Alright. Alright, so that was... I'm a little low on alright. Maybe I should just let myself drink for now. Yeah, just do it real quick, sorry. But yeah, I enjoyed my vacation quite a bit, but I am not really much of a beach person, so the resort, it was nice. I enjoyed relaxing in a hammock most of the time, as well as just relaxing there in general. But I especially like going out and seeing the sights with my family, who I went with. But yeah, it was nice, but it's been a bit since I played, so definitely need to get back into it. Technically, I guess I did play a game since I got back, but barely. Oops, I think I just used something twice. Yeah, I did. What was it that I'm needing? Airy cores for those, okay. Yeah. I also started off with this one. I was gonna go and play Kazagal, but... Oh, one thing I do want to say... I said it's been a while since I played this. It might have actually been a good few weeks now that I'm talking about it, because I was playing Kazagal pretty much for the entire week before I actually went on vacation. Oh, actually, now I just remembered the other thing I was going to say. There should be actually a separate recording from the start of this. That was done like a couple weeks ago, because I remembered I was originally going to be walking to wherever I was going to level next, which was here in Desolace. But I realized at the last minute that, not last minute, this was weeks ago, that I had to turn in some quests in Sauergard, so turn those in at the start of the recording, as you would have seen. But I just completely forgot about that. That was a couple weeks ago I did that, so apologies for the being a little off there, forgetting about that. Yeah, I'm gonna start this off nice and easy for myself for now. I enjoy my Warlock the most out of all of my characters right now. So, go down here. And these are some of the easier quests. The quests are green here in Desolace now. I'm not sure where I'm gonna go next, to be honest. After I'm done with these quests, it's probably just gonna be a. I'm probably gonna go back to Stranglethorn, but I can't. I'm gotta think about where else I'm gonna go. Oh, I guess they're gonna kill that. Got it. Wait, what? Oh wow, you guys went after the rat. I'm sure there's a lot of meat in for all of you guys from that single rat. Alright. You know, I think my commentary in the Kazagal episodes were also a little downhill when I was last doing it. I feel like I'll be better this time around. I just was tired and kind of rushing it because I wanted to get enough recordings done for throughout last week, and I also wasn't thinking about the possibility of getting sick either. So the last couple of days, it was also needing to make up for the last couple of days. Fortunately, Kazagal had plenty. It was Arisandra. No, Arisandra had plenty. Kazagal I had to make up for, so I was playing it extra before I left. I think the Redridge video I was like really out of it because it was also really late by the time I hopped off too. So, but other than still getting over the cold, I feel a lot better right now. Yeah, but cold is making it a little bit rougher. At this point, it's just a bunch of just sneezing all the time. Got a bad cough again, but more or less I'm fine. Sunday was a lot worse. What was it? Now, I'm sure there's a lot of things I could talk about, but most of the stuff I can't think of right now. Yeah. So, I'm probably... I was originally thinking instead of playing this, I was going to be playing Divide and Conquer, but I'm going back and forth about what I want to play more than anything else, which is why I haven't gotten back to it. I still am going to be playing my dwarf character, Kazagal, for now at least. I might put him on hold pretty soonish, though, I will say. Unfortunately. Just like all my other characters, like, I just gotta be in the mood for him. Although, instead of creating a new character, I might pull up either Duskwood or Lorethiel. Lorethiel's been a long time. But because now I'm getting into more of an elven mood for my characters more than a dwarf mood. But I'm not sure what exactly. Oh, hang on, that's a dread flyer. I'm trying to think that most of them are going to be in the valley, even though that's a Maradine area. That's a Maradine area. Don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. Part of the reason why I've been like was very, very negative, and I still will be probably now and again for it, is just money-wise, being worried about it, but it should be fine. Although this month's going to be the month I was talking about for a little while now. That's going to be a little off. It's probably going to be off schedule with a lot of things because I'm not sure if I'll play enough to actually make up for any time where I'm busy, because I'm going to be moving this month. I still got to figure out a couple things with my family in general, but I should be moving out in 2.5 weeks-ish, 3 weeks. And it's going to be a couple days where I'm not going to be able to play anything, because I will primarily be at my my grandparents' house, so I can move stuff around, make the space for it, come back down, and then move my stuff out of here. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but this month's probably going to be a bit slower for any recordings. But once everything's taken care of, and once I'm settled in, I got a job and everything, it'll be a lot better than it has been the last couple of months too. Finally go back to playing Sniper Elite, I think, anyways. I say I think. I'm going to get around to it at some point regardless of what I'm saying. But I do think about it now and again. It might be more editing. I want to put more effort into it, and it's just don't have the energy or time to really want to put the effort in right now, which I do apologize for. I'm sure there's a lot of people. Most of the people that are watching these didn't never watch this Sniper Elite. It was a different... Pretty sure some of the people that actually watched me for Sniper Elite might have actually unsubbed or just are waiting, or more or less. Some of them might poke their head in here and listen to me now and again, but not much. I know Blood Jedi was doing that with the streams, but I haven't seen him say anything since I was actually starting out with Lorethia with the streams for her. Which is fine. I'm always going to be playing different... Oop, I did not mean that. I'm always going to be playing different games in general, and I know it's not going to be appealing to everybody, or it's not going to be appealing to anybody, really. Everyone's going to watch... Anyone that watches me is going to be watching the games they want to watch, or the type of games they want to watch. On that note, I will be adding new games too. Maybe before I move out too, but chances are it'll be after I move out. I will be starting to do the... I think... I'm trying to remember. Back when I was playing Zombie Army Trilogy, I have to look back into the... Oh, don't go that way. When I was playing Zombie Army Trilogy, I had people recommending me a couple of games they wanted me to play. I think it might have been Doom, but I'm going to have to go back and double check it. I talked about that previously a while back, but it's been a bit, so... Can't remember exactly. Sorry. I'll try to not cut out, but I'll try to turn off my mic anytime I have to sneeze or cough, but coughs are usually a little bit more sudden for me. I'm not going to be able to cover those up, I don't think, as much, but yeah. Anyways. So I'll be looking into new games. I'll be looking into restarting, going back to the games I haven't played in a while. Just right now, I just want to play something that's going to get me distracted for hours on end, not just a single mission, more or less. Technically, I could play Sniper Elite, multiple missions, but it's also a lot more work and editing. I say a lot more work. I want to put more work into Sniper Elite. I don't want to just, record and put it up. I was doing that, don't get me wrong, but one of the last recordings, I think it was, I can't remember exactly, but I started editing. That was one of the first videos I had edited down. I really liked how I was looking with the editing, and World of Warcraft is giving me some practice with editing my videos a little bit more. It's a lot simpler to do it too, I would say, but I want to put in more transitions and just more in general. I'm sure people would rather just see the recordings rather than just anything extra, but it's also for me. This is more relaxing. I have to think more, do more on Sniper Elite. Don't have a problem with that, but right now I just want to keep things as easy as possible for myself. I haven't been in a good headspace in a while, and this is just relaxing for me. If I get in the mood for Sniper Elite, we'll hop on there regardless of whether I'm still living here or if it's later on. But There will be other games at some point too, but I was also talking about, I think it was Doom. I think I said the game before, I can't remember. But someone had said they would like to see me play through there a long time ago when I was finishing up this Zombie Army Trilogy game. Which that itself I'll also go back to at some point and review. I finished it of course, but I say of course, it's one of the only games I've actually finished. But to actually have it more of a complete playthrough of it, more or less. But that's a ways off too, and I feel like something like that's gonna be streamed rather than recorded. Yeah. Thank you for everyone that's been watching me. I know this isn't for everybody either, and I know I'm very back and forth on my qualities. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad. And both the recording wise and my commentary, or my mood in general, is lower, so I'm apologizing a little too often. Like, I think my last Kazagal video, it was either my last one or my second slot. No, it was even my last one because it was in Redridge. I think I was saying about how bad the video was towards the end of it, but I don't think it was that bad. But I didn't have to. I'd have to completely rewatch it for me to be reminded if it was or not. But I do know I get overly negative about it, and I apologize for that. I guess apologizing right now for this too isn't exactly being positive, but yeah. I just realized I'm killing a bunch of Scorpaci I don't need to kill. None of these are snappers. Jesus Christ, I haven't killed a single thing I needed for that one. That was one thing about recording and not just playing, man. I would have noticed this guy a little bit quicker. Not that I'm blaming this so much as just... Also, I don't remember why. One thing that sucks about not playing for a while, I sent this character a bunch of fish. I think it just doesn't make sense. I feel like I sent it to Kyra, but she doesn't do fishing on this character. So I'm not sure if I change my mind, I'm gonna be doing fishing on her at some point or something. I don't know, but for some reason I sent this character a bunch of fish from Kyra, and I'm like, why did I do that? Oh wait, this is Dread's Rippers. Alright, hang on a second. What do I need for the Airy Core? Roving Air Elementals. Are these even the ones I need to kill? Because I've killed multiple of the Air Elementals. I'll kill a couple more and see what happens, but... Wait, what? Really? That was too far? Okay. I wasn't expecting that to be too far. Thank you for everyone that's been watching and enjoying, though. I know... Like I said... Oh, there's one. Glad I actually did end up killing it. I was starting to change my mind on that. Thank you for everyone that's been watching and enjoying, though. I'm glad some people do enjoy watching me, but... Yeah. I'm not gonna keep complaining about myself. It's not good. I'm not doing that bad most of the time. I know it's just my attitude towards things a lot of times. Just sometimes just being too negative from things that outside the games, gonna bring it into my recordings. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even sure entirely how the move's gonna be, because I'm still not 100% loving the idea of moving up there, but I know I need and want to move out of here, and I'm not in a good position. And it's really difficult to actually be living on my own, and I don't have friends. Well, I don't have friends, period, but I don't have people I would want to move in with, more or less. Generally, I don't really like to trust or rely on people for a lot of things, and I just don't feel like I'd be comfortable moving in with somebody. And even if I was, again, I don't have anybody I would actually be able to even move in with. What are you? Dread Ripper. There. But yeah. So unless I had a really good paying job, which wouldn't happen unless I actually, oh, maybe I could find something at some point. I'm hoping when I move up, because I'm moving out of state for this, I think I've talked about previously. I'll probably look for my own place to live up there as well at some point, but for temporarily, at least I'm moving up to my grandparents. Portable bronze mortar. Huh. Oh, wait, that's not even a trinket? Interesting. It's engineering, of course, and I don't do engineering, but still. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm pretty much just wandering around killing things that look like things I have to kill, but... Wind Chasers, Scouts, Outrunners, Stormers. I've done this quest previously, and I'm sorry that you guys are pretty much watching reveals in this episode. I might try to keep it to a minimum, or turn these into streams or extra episodes. To be honest, I just... Hang on a second. Got a text. Yeah, well, sure. I'm not gonna cancel this recording or anything like this, because starting to think about it, like, it won't be fun watching dailies or repeatable quests or whatever. Red swoop. Actually, you I do need. But I think this video will be this, but I'm gonna try to think more on this, because just constantly doing this to, I don't know, it's just not gonna be fun watching the same content over and over again. Well, like, technically, I guess, constantly playing the same game, it can be the similar case anyways, but on the same character, only a couple episodes in between usually, probably not as interesting. Although it's been a bit since I've done this, because I think the Magrum Massacre episode, I think is what I called it, that was probably 5 episodes ago. That was before Alterac, wasn't it? And Alterac, I went from Alterac to the dungeon run of the Crescent Grove. I need you. It's over here. So yeah, from Alterac to Crescent Grove to the Swamp of Sorrows. Yeah. So at least it's not too close together, but I will try to avoid doing this too often. I'll either stream or just count this as extra recordings instead of having a dedicated recording to it. Because I do want to get this. I do want to get the faction to. Sorry, I'm not really thinking straight. So I do want to get to Exalted with it, but what I want isn't. I can't even use it until level 46. I think it was a staff. It's been a while since I looked at it, but there's a staff that's a Turtle WoW that was added by Turtle WoW. Sorry. Oh, everything here's dead. Is there anything I can loot other than that one I just did? Don't look like it. Oh well. Server restart in 15 minutes. Alright, well, looks like there'll be a cut in the recording anyways, I guess. But seeing that, it does make me think. Maybe I'll just take a break for this one and like start the second half another time too. Mainly because 15 minutes, it's still a good amount of time, but it's not going to be the entire recording, I don't think, so. Maybe I'll try playing something else while it's down anyways. But the reason why I didn't bring it up is because Turtle WoW, even World of Warcraft in general, is relaxing to play, but I mean, I talked about Pantheon a while back, and I could start doing that if I wanted to, even tonight. So is it now? 8 o'clock. I'm not sure how much I'd play it tonight. I have to work tomorrow, but still. Or start up the Divide and Conquer and decide on a faction, whether I stick to Eredlune like I was thinking and talking about, which I still might do. There's still a good chance. I'm not entirely against playing as dwarf or anything like that right now, but but there's other things I might play too. Like I might start up a regular World of Warcraft character because the only issue with this, more or less, is just that when Turtle WoW goes down, it kind of like makes me not be able to play anything, even if I'm wanting to. Sorry. And honestly, the frequency that goes down has gotten worse over time. That just makes me... Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that yet. Oh well, too late. They're also dying a lot quicker because of how long it's been since I've been over here, so I'm misjudging it. Pretty heavily misjudging, actually. Well, say I did hop on Kazagal for a bit earlier. That was so I can, what was it again? Oh yeah, I was smithing a little bit more. Oh, it's that one, yeah. Okay. Got his smithing up for got his smithing up a bit, and he actually has some shoulder pads I'll show off for the next recording. Yeah. Oh, the other reason why I got distracted, I don't think I talked about it too much. I do like to watch anime. I would say kind of frequently or whatever. But one of the best ones I've ever watched, I started watching a couple weeks ago now, but it's on its second season that I just finished, with Solo Leveling. I had absolutely no interest in the anime at first, but then I saw a short of it from Crunchyroll on YouTube, and so it means I did spoil myself, but I was so sure I wasn't going to watch it that I was like, yeah, why not? Why not see this little thing? Yeah, I ended up binging it the entire day. I think I talked about it before I went on vacation, because it was the weekend before I left. So it should have been on one of the recordings that are either coming up now or already came up. Oh, you actually healed. But yeah. It's really fun to watch. One of the better animes, if not my favorite one I've ever seen, but, you know, just bring it up real quick. I think I talked about it a little bit before I went on vacation, but I know anime is not the most, like, popular, like, well, I say not the most popular. I don't know how many people would actually like it, so people might be more bothered by me talking about it, but I don't really care too much either if people don't like it. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about something people don't like too much, but there's something I like to talk about, I feel like I'm not thinking of right now. I don't mean anime, I mean something else. Ooh, Marauder. Nope, don't need you. I need Outrunners, which are all outside, which I was having a hard time finding. Ooh, Dreadspook, though, I do need you. Forgot about needing these guys. Might be able to do enough of the recording in one go before the server restarts, but... Oh, maybe I should talk more about that, I suppose. 100% I will get to Pantheon at some point, but I haven't looked into it in a while, so I think I'll probably do that before I play it. So probably not going to hop on it tonight. Oh, Minecraft. The other day, I think it was, well, the other day, about a couple weeks ago, I tried to start a playthrough for it, but I couldn't figure out the lagging thing, and I still can't really figure out. I haven't checked it in a bit, but so I'm not sure how it's going to go, but... They actually released a update recently, but there's even an even bigger update a couple months from now. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I might hold off on any kind of like plays until then. But honestly, thinking on that a little bit more. But the update, I need to read into the updates a little bit more properly before I figure out decide what I'm gonna do exactly. They had a Spring to Life update very recently. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Nope. Whatever, just go after him. Ignore him. Oh, you went after me? Okay, that's unexpected. Hmm. Oh yeah, I was talking about that. Sorry. I was trying to, it took me a second to even remember that. So what are these? Lashers? No, I need the snappers. Oh well. Any more this way? No. Alright. Most of the scouts and outrunners are out there, so going in, I'm gonna be looking more for stormers. I think that guy's going for him. You're about to go for the other guy, weren't you? He's going after him too, isn't he? Nope. That's it. Try aggroing a few of them. That helps quite a bit. Inventory is full already. This is why I was a little annoyed at myself for picking up that fish. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cook it. But I was like, wait a second. I don't even have any of the recipes. So I'm like, why was I sending it to myself then? I'm not sure if anyone's gonna even want you if I pick you up, but I'll keep the mystery me because I might need it, so. Yeah. You were wool cloth, right? Yeah. Still could be a little useful to me. What? Yeah, I still can use wool. Surprised I don't have a slot that has a wool cloth in it. Goblin fishing pole. Still could use it, I suppose, but maybe it'd be better for me to sell or get rid of it. Oh, sweet nectar, get rid of you. Oh, hang. Alright, well, that was stupid of me. Hi, 2 minutes, I'm going to be needing another fellstone. Less than 2 minutes. If I'd used it now, I wouldn't have had to worry about it as much. Oh, Stormer. 5 minutes. I'm probably going to have to stop very soon, because I was also planning on finishing up the Sympathy for the Dead one, but I don't even know where the snappers are, so I don't think it's going to actually work out. It's unlikely, but I think they can spawn around the far side over here. Yeah, this is not good loot. But yeah, 5 minutes on that is not going to be enough time, unfortunately. 4 more outrunners, 3 more scouts, 2 more stormers. Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, because it could be a quick restart, in which case I could just hop back on very quickly. But I might either start a new character on WoW, which is unlikely, honestly, because I can't really think of any characters I'd want to start right now. Because the only characters I might want to start would be here on Sword of WoW, especially because one of them I can't do on Classic WoW. The, to be more specific, the Human Hunter I was thinking about starting. Who I could do on Classic WoW and do a warrior, but I prefer the idea of him being a hunter, at least in Classic. 2 stormers, actually. Maybe I could at least finish them. least. Now, again, I definitely can't finish everything, so maybe I'll just cut it here. I think maybe I'll go to the front, and hopefully next time I log in, I'll be able to log in. Well, when I log back in, whether it's tonight or maybe tomorrow after work or something, I don't know. Hopefully they'll have either respawn. It's a server restart, so they will spawn back in, but I doubt I'm gonna be in right after it starts. Somebody else could be looking for them at that point, so who knows. Otherwise I could end up starting a new game. So earlier I was also talking about not starting a new game until I moved out, but there are certain things I feel like I want to play. Like I might hold off on Divide and Conquer just by talking about it, but I'm also in the mood to play it, so I don't know. What else? Now, Civilization is a series I was thinking about playing in the past, and there's a chance I'm going to play it, but I haven't gotten 7, which is going to be a lot more popular for people to watch right now than 6, but I don't really care about that, so maybe I still will. But I don't think I'm in the mood for Civilization, so I'm not going to play that, I don't think. Oh, Minecraft, to finish what I was saying earlier, there's an update that's coming out in a few months or whatever, which I'm definitely going to be wanting to play for that time. But one of the biggest things is a shader thing that they're installing for it, and while I can obviously just do a Java my own save game with a shader, I kind of want to try out with the rest of the update and see what's going on with it, more or less. The what was it? So I'll fight you real quick. Every outrunner kill now is one less I have to kill later. Alright, well, I think I'm not calling it here. This is still only going to be a second part to this recording. When I get back, I'm going to be finishing up our mortal enemies with 3 more scouts, 3 more outrunners, get more of the dried meats, and I'm going to try to figure out off camera where the snappers are. But, alright. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright. Alright, welcome back to the episode. It's been a couple hours-ish, I would say. I'm not sure if it just came up anyways. I just waited a little bit. But there was no other games I was really thinking about playing, so just came right back to this one. Now, I do realize, since I never grabbed any more soul shards earlier, I am unable to make any more fellstones or hellstones, but I'm going to grab the this one. So, shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, I was meant to use this earlier, but a little late on that now. Alright. Sorry if it's a bit of a rough start, but it should be fine anyways. Hello. Headset audio seems a little off. For me anyways. I know it's recording the proper audio. Alright. Now, I was looking into those quests earlier, like I was talking about. I'm trying to kill myself. I don't know why. Oh. That now allows me to get this. Alright. I need 1 more outrunner and 3 more scouts. Wrangler, wind chaser, wrangler. Scout. It doesn't look like I'm gonna be in it. Oh yeah, I have to find more of the bags anyways, but I'm gonna put it off for now. So what I was gonna say was that I looked into where the mobs I need to kill. The reason why they're actually green is because especially the scorpions, there's a couple other spots here and there, I think, but it's all the ones that are up north primarily, which is very surprising to me. Although there's still the stoops that are down here, but I don't need those anymore. Right? Check on that. Yeah, it's just the snappers. Yep. I'm really sure I finished up this recording today. Oh, before I forget. I just said before I forget. I almost forgot anyways. So I did forget to read off the quests earlier, but it should be fine. I'll probably read them off in a second. At least the ones I'm doing. Wait on the marauding one. So I think I'm not even gonna worry about our mortal enemies because I'm pretty sure this is a new. This is the second time I'm doing it. The other quests not so much, so should be fine not reading it. Sympathy for the Dead, though, or of the Dead, is one of them. I will read. Oh crap! Forgot about that. Hang on a second. Alright, I had to set a new timer for myself. I just gotta just reminded to take out the trash, nothing important. That'll definitely be done. I think I have to go more out actually. Windchaser, Wrangler. What are you? Windchaser, Outrunner. I do need you. What was it? But yeah, I couldn't really think of anything else I wanted to play as much just yet. I think I want to do a little more thinking. Outside of World of Warcraft, Turtle Hour / World of Warcraft anyways. Because obviously there's other characters I might have been fine with playing, but the whole reason why I stopped playing Arisandra was because of certain so. On days like this, I do want to try to find something I'd want to play, or can record rather, and want to play. That's the important part. Oh. So now I just gotta find the bags. How many more do I need? Like, oh wow, okay. I need 4 of them, right? 3. Pure dried meat. This is none on the. Yeah, none over there. But yeah, so one thing I talked about before I went on vacation was the potentially starting a human hunter, and I probably will at some point soon, but not top priority. Not really feeling the character as much right now, so something in the future. I'm probably gonna put off playing the high elf mage, just because I know I wasn't really feeling it with Kyra, and it's not really gonna be any different starting a high elf mage, even if I might like the story with the character a little bit better. Not a whole lot of bags. I don't want to waste my time going after those. They're just annoying. I love how his pets are actually tougher than him. They could definitely like stop listening to him and kill them. Yeah, kill them if they wanted to. But yeah, probably should start reading up the quest text, but there's gonna be a bit of walking. I'm kind of waiting for that, so yeah. There was something else I forgot about, and I'm still forgetting about it again. So, not good, but yeah, if I remember, let's say it, I guess. But yeah. Oh, another game. So this one is definitely waiting a couple months. It was a game I was planning on playing at some point in the future. But with the update or DLC that's coming out for it, I'm probably going to want to play it when it comes out, assuming that it's not extremely buggy and actually work well enough anyways. Even if it's a little buggy, I'd probably still be fine with it. Mount & Blade Bannerlord. So I haven't played the game as much as I would have expected, because I absolutely loved Mount & Blade Warband, and I played the hell out of that game, even if I never really got too far into it. Whereas Bannerlord, I never got as into it. I got decently, but not to the same extent as Warband. But with the DLC that's going to be releasing, I think in June as well. Funny enough, like part of the reason I was meant to talk about it at the same time I was talking about the Minecraft one earlier. So I think there's new lands and islands that you can go to, but the main selling point about it is the fact that you have ships. You can have like naval power, superiority, whatever the crap. Let's just fight you for now. But yeah. So But there was characters I wanted to do on Bannerlord that were more water-based for the longest time, and it just doesn't work as well without actually having ships and everything. And I could have just, I was thinking I might, if it came around to it and I just really wanted to do it, I'd just do it on Viking Conquest for Warband. But now I'm kind of looking forward to that. And since it's a few months away, I should be in a better spot money-wise to be able to buy the DLC and be able to play it. Hopefully it doesn't end up being crap. I'll probably wait a little bit just to make sure people aren't, like, to hear what people say about it before I buy it. But that'll be in the future. Now, there's a couple different characters that will be, a couple different ideas. So, damn. My dumbass is not good with cliffs. Give me a second. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Let's try to go this way. Yay, did it. The one I'm probably gonna go with will be Phoenician or Carthaginian based, more or less. So, not to talk too much about it, but one of the ancient cultures I like reading about on my own time are the Phoenicians or their descendants, the Carthaginians. Phoenicians were well, like Greece, I think they were primarily city-states, but they operated as a thalassocracy type. Their power was over their power was shown through their naval power and their trade, more or less. And the Carthaginians were one of the earliest rivals or enemies to Rome, who completely annihilated Carthage, unfortunately. But a character based on the Phoenicians or Carthaginians, I would say, will be a strong contender for that one. Now, the only thing I would say is that while that's a good idea, that's something it's an idea I have, and it's something I'm gonna want to do at some point. I'm not sure if it'll be the one I do right away, because that one might be a longer one. I don't know. It's gonna be more of a merchant style, so I might put that one off more and do more of a traditional one. So I could go Viking, because more or less the DLC that is coming out at that point is pretty much focused on the Nords, which are the Vikings of the series. Snappers are our name, meaning, right? Yeah. And I'll probably do a Viking style character at some point, but I already know there's gonna be a lot of YouTubers are gonna be popular with that. And even though I do like the idea, I'm probably gonna go more anti-Viking, not anti-Viking, but like an enemy of Vikings, more or less. Go after them. Try to maybe starting a naval thalassocracy in the north. We'll see. I'm gonna think more on it and talk more about it as time goes on, anyways. But another type of character I really love is our naval or water focused ones too. Not my favorite, don't get me wrong, but but they are one of the types I like, which is pretty much the night elf priest / hunter I'm going to be doing probably very soon, honestly. So I was thinking about it earlier, and honestly, I think it would be better for me to just start those characters soon. So I'm not sure when I'm going to do it. We'll see how exactly. But anyways, while they are still like a moon priestess and they're focused on that, they're also majorly focused on coastlines, the ocean, and more or less the character would probably be from Aberdeen, Darkshore. I like the idea of Ashara more, but the Night Elves didn't really settle Ashara very much. So in Darkshore, it was definitely settled by them. So, but still good. I have a general idea for the character, anyways, and I have a lot of like outside of World of Warcraft like characters I could base it off of too that I created on my own. So I'm not going to talk too much about them right now either. I like talking about the characters when it comes time to starting the character themselves, because it's easier. Easier? That's not the word. It gives me more to talk about when I first start a new character, more or less. Because at this stage with Arisandra, unless I have something new to talk about, which honestly I haven't really done. The only reason I'm really playing Arisandra as much is because I love playing Warlocks. Absolutely love playing Warlocks. I haven't worked on character background for a long time on them, but on her. But that's primarily because I was getting a massive headache trying to figure it out because I was trying to like work around a lot of different things. So. These guys are weak. I need to go after more than just that one at a time. It just died anyways. Oh no, it didn't. I thought it did. It's being a little bit more hands off. Whoa. Hands of Darkness. Wow. Okay. Holy sh... Really? I gotta check the rarity of getting that drop. Holy crap. Not only does that sound badass, but like, I've never heard of that one before. It could be a Turtle WoW exclusive, or very likely it's just one I've never seen before. But I've looked at tailoring and the other professions, especially the classic part of their list, often enough that I don't remember reading that. I really don't. But then again, this is more of mid-level. I focus on early and late usually when I'm looking at it, so could have passed over pretty easily. We'll see though. That sounds cool. What do I need to make it actually? Because that might be my next goal. Because one thing I will say is that I will be losing out if I lose these gloves. Not just armor wise, but I'm gonna get spirit and lose stamina and intellect. But the gain to the shadow damage is quite nice. Okay, so that's the... Alright, that's the design of it. I don't remember the armor, but the aesthetics of it is very similar. I can see what set it's from. I think... Is it Arachnidian? Arachnidian is green. I think it might be a variant of that, but I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. I do recognize it, I just can't remember the name so much. Oh well, getting a little distracted. I really like that drop. So much that I forgot exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. Oh yeah, I still need to do that quest too. I could try. Hang on. I'm not sure if I can get there in time, but I think this is the last one more or less. Oh no, I still need to get here. I didn't look into that quest, I will say. All right, so what? I just realized I walked all the way here. I'm still not used to having a mount. I want to sell this stuff and try to see if I can make my way to that guy, but I'm not going to worry about it if I can't. If I can't make it to him, I'm going to go for Troubling Winds right away. Right. I want to make bag space, but in case anyone's wondering why I'm going this way. Oh yeah, I kept that for some reason. It's unique, more or less, but I think I can't remember if it was the quest that gave it to me. I'm assuming it is, but it could have just been the random drop for them. Oh right, I have to dismount. Yeah, I can't. Unfortunately. At least I can make space with that. What do I need for this again? I'm gonna have to think more about it anyways, but yeah, it is still. I need Shadow Protection Potion, which honestly in this character in the future will be very easy, but right now I'm not gonna have that anytime soon. I'm pretty sure the shadow damage is better than just getting more intellect and stamina, but I'm gonna have to think on that too. I was not expecting to see something like that. Ever. That's That's a quest item. I'm gonna hold on to elemental air because I know there's another quest I could turn crap into. You're green. I think I can make something with buzzard. Not making a lot of space, I will say, but 8 slots is better than no slots. But yeah, what was the other thing I was talking about? I don't think I'm gonna make it in time for the quest. Yeah. I think I was talking about like talking about Bannerlord. Was there something I said after that though? Oh yeah, no, I did talk about that. Well, I guess I might reiterate it a little bit. Sorry, but yeah. So I'm definitely gonna do a playthrough of that when that DLC comes out. What exactly I'm gonna do, I don't know. Simply because I don't know if the I definitely have to do that actually. Because I don't know exactly how it's gonna impact the already existing factions out there. So I think they're adding a whole new faction for the Nords with their own continent nearby. I could be wrong. I have to reread into it. Plus, it's still... Jesus Christ. Another green already. I got an Arisandra Forest, so I do need to fight that. Gotta just keep looking around for them. Fortunately, the only thing I could track is demons. It'd be a bit. They're more interspersed compared to the beast of the zone. But yeah, so chances are I'll definitely work. I'll definitely do a Viking one at some point. But chances are I'm gonna be watching Lionheart do that because I'd be very, very, very shocked if he did a playthrough of Bannerlord, because he's very focused on Nord Vikings raiding when it comes to all that kind of stuff, and I enjoy watching those videos usually. Because generally I like to actually have my my characters, my factions, my groups focused on the colder north as well. So generally I focus more on the snow than this tea, but I love both honestly. So I like watching him when he does that, and I know he's gonna do some type of playthrough for it. He probably already announced something about it, but I don't know. I don't keep up when it comes to it. I just wait, and I just if I hear about a playthrough, sometimes I'll wait a little bit so he has a couple episodes in, or somebody has a couple episodes in, because Lionheart's not the only one I watch, of course. He's probably the primary Total War YouTuber I watch. Izzy's my favorite DAC YouTuber, I will say. Lionheart was fun, and Eric here was also fun, but he's no longer the original developer for the not the original developer, but former developer of the Divide and Conquer sub mod. Liked watching his. What was this? Pretty much, I find myself watching a lot more Total War and Bannerlord playthroughs on YouTube. I just realized, because I don't really have anyone specific for most other games. I think I talked about this previously. Skyrim, I do, and RPGs in general, I do love watching Gopher. But come on. I'm sorry if there was an elemental that I missed, because I am trying to make sure I'm talking at the same time I'm looking, but I'm pretty sure I have not seen a single one. It is very, very disappointing. We gotta have a mount, but it's the slowest speed currently, which is what, 40%? No, 60% I think. Where's my running skill? It just says 75. Alright, let's take a look at you. I don't think you have a high chance of dropping it. Yeah. I had other people I also watched years and years ago, but some of them have stopped over the years, so maybe I just can't think of them off the top of my head right now. But there's probably people I watch, and there's people I do subscribe to as well. But you know. Of course, people I subscribe to. But most of the time, I don't like looking out for new episodes, which is why subscribing doesn't really do as much for me as it would for the actual person subscribing to. Which is why I still do it, of course. But the, I don't look for new episodes generally, because I prefer watching playthroughs and long episodes. And unless it's a playthrough that's already heavily into, I like to look through people's, playlists and videos to see what they have for playthroughs of certain games, kind of thing. I say I look through people's playlists. It's more I just look it up on YouTube. I don't really look through specific people usually. Sometimes I do though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that DLC coming out for Bannerlord though. I know I'm probably gonna get pretty heavily back into Bannerlord. Funny enough, the whole reason I even got the computer I have now, because I had another computer I bought years ago that wasn't good enough to run Bannerlord. As well as there's other games that were out at the time that I was already kind of like, I kind of want to play this, but I don't want to buy a computer. Then Bannerlord came out, I was like, alright, I'm buying a new computer. God. Where are all the damn elementals? Alright, hang on a second. There was a lot to these, so I'm just gonna have my guy auto run that way for now. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, right. It doesn't actually have that. Here's database. Alright. Make sure I didn't miss anything while I'm auto running. Let's see anything. There were a lot over here, which is why I'm going to continue going. I say a lot. What am I doing? There was something I could have actually used. Okay. So what am I? It's called Airy Core, right? Yeah. I don't know why I was gonna look for Desolace's elementals. Apparently none of them have a bad chance. They're all 66%. Yeah. Extras. So it looks like Stormwalkers might be my closest bet, but I already went through most of them, so. Alright. So I'm not sure how much running around I'm going to be doing for a little bit, but probably going to do something like this. Because there's the area I just passed through, there's a bunch that was spawning here. There's the ones that were spawning up here that also spawn over here, which is what I'm going to be checking next. As well as the ones that spawn down here. Now, I'm not sure if I want to go all the way into the, what was it? I don't think I want to go into the Valley of Bones, I think it's called. But I might, if just to finish this. Yes. Oh my god, I still haven't read any of this. Jesus Christ. I'm walking around looking for these things and I haven't even bothered reading yet. Let's start with Troubling Winds. It is a mistake to ignore nature. We Gelkas can learn a lot from a troubling breeze, a red sky, a lightning air. Recently the land has been scoured, even the rocks themselves, by roving air elementals. I cannot tell why they are so agitated. Ignoring their presence is a danger to us, and also ignoring omens of things to come. Disperse any that you see, human, and bring me other cores. We may give these to our shamans. We may learn from them. We will bolster our magic directly with the element. There's one of them. Stealing supplies. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything currently. When we are not at war, we hunt for meat. Meat gives us strength, and full bellies fight harder than empty ones. It is the same with the Magrom. They store extra meat so they might fight longer between hunts. If you raid their village to the east and take their stores of meat, then their strength will fail. think that a death is simply a death, human. But that would be a foolish thought. A foolish thought indeed. To die in glorious combat, recede back into the earth. This is a good death. I remember friends, good Gelkus, falling down as they trotted, poisoned by stings from Scarpashi. I have seen those laid to rest, picked apart by giant carrion birds. This is disgraceful. And I will not have it happen to any more of my tribe. Prove yourself useful. Go out and kill as many of these creatures to the north as you can. That's about all I'm going to read. Because the other one is the front of the tribe. Honestly, that is just gets honored. Troubling Winds I just read. Collapse of the Meridian. I'm not doing in this episode, I don't think. Jeez, another green. I shouldn't be complaining as much. I'm gonna get some money out of this, but still, it just surprised. It's never gonna stop surprising me how many greens I get on this character. I think the last time I recorded, I didn't get as many, especially and specifically in the Swamp of Sorrows. But I think even then it wasn't too bad. I think. Hard to remember right now with that. I'm sorry that I'm not playing as efficiently as I could be. I'm really just seeing this as a warm-up recording, even though technically this is the second recording of the day. Oh, I already got 8 airy cores. Why didn't you guys say something? Because I want to get more greens. But, Jesus. But yeah. Alright, well, so that is all set then. We just gotta head to the west. Not run into Azrathok. But yeah. So, it's gonna be a ways away. I'm gonna be thinking more of what character it's gonna be. For Bannerlord. I'm gonna also, I could do it before I move, but I'm gonna look into those comments to see what games that people asked me to play a while ago when I was playing Zombie Army Trilogy. Because I could definitely, I know at some point I was wanting to play Doom. I think it was Doom. Whether it was Doom or not, I'm probably gonna play that at some point as well. I never really played the game. I only really watched like a YouTuber who doesn't even record or stream anymore. I watched a few of his streams through one of the newer games, and he also recorded the older one. I watched a little bit of it, but mainly just action anyway. So even if I watch a little bit of it, it's not too bad. Even then, it's still gonna be a bit of a blind playthrough. Oh yeah. What was it though? But if it wasn't that though, I'm gonna look into what game it was, and plan on playing that at some point. Sorry. Going back to Sniper Elite 2, I'm definitely gonna get back to that once I'm in a better spot, time-wise, health-wise, everything-wise. But part of the reason why I'm thinking about playing either one of those games or one of the games I talked about earlier is because I do want to add some variants, I think, right now. So I could play some Sniper Elite, could start Doom, could start a different game. Not Bannerlord though. Bannerlord's gonna wait. If I play Bannerlord, I might record it, but I'm probably not gonna make it public, because primarily I don't have any. It'd be just they'd be pretty much just warm-up games for me, and even that would probably be better for me to wait a couple months. We'll see. Maybe I'll do some Warband though. That wouldn't be bad. Alright, here. We may yet survive this conflict, and we may yet remove our mortal enemy from this world. Your efforts have not gone without notice, Arisandra. He needs 12. Oh, did I actually get 12? Wow, I have exactly 12. I see you have returned from chasing the storms at last. Did the spirits prove to be as torrid and unforgiving as the rest of this land? You have done us a great service, Arisandra. I will make sure that these materials go to good use. Yeah, I could have done something else with those, but I kind of want to get the reputation. Nope, that's the honor one. Do you bring good news? These are far lighter than I imagined. This brings me some solace, human, and I'm sure the fallen would cheer if they could. Oh yeah, now this one's gonna have me so the next one's probably still gonna be here in Desolace. I'm gonna try not to do so many repeatable ones though. On camera, at least. I might stream it, or I'll just count it as like an additional one. But that one is most of these quests actually weren't repeatable ones. I think it was just that single one that's blue right now, so shouldn't have been worrying about it too much earlier, I suppose. Return after you further prove your worth to the Gelkus. Good, I can hear the loud Magrum bellies grumble from their village far away. I will give this meat to the Gelkus, and we will fight for many days without rest. What you did is good for the Gelkus, Arisandra. Just gonna be selling whatever these are anyways. This was the... Oh my god. I completely forgot that this was the quest I wanted to do before... I wanted to grab before going to Swamp of Sorrows. Well, I'm planning on going to Blasted Lands at some point. I'm going to take a look at the zone levels and see when that's going to happen. Because I'm probably going to do that. This isn't set in stone, of course, but it's probably going to be Blasted Lands at some point. Probably going to be Fellwood at... Well, I say probably. Might be at Fellwood at some point. I still don't know everything we're going to do. But, yeah, so I think that's all the quests for now. I'll probably be still here in Desolace for the next recording. I'll probably try to do the, actually, I'll probably pick up that quest and then try to go do that. I'm not sure. I'm going to think of how I'm going to do, what order I'm going to do things, but the next recording is going to be the escort quest, the quest I didn't pick up over here, and that's pretty much the only other quest here, so I might do the collapse of the Muradina as well, but we'll see, we'll see. Alright, well, I have more to talk about, but it would be good to say that for the next time too, I suppose. There's nothing really too important or sudden. Just, as I said earlier, I don't know how the next couple weeks are going to be recording-wise. It should seem fairly normal, but I'm not 100% sure. But then the couple weeks after that, that will definitely be out the window. Depending on how much I recorded prior to that, I might not have very many videos going up for those weeks, but well, that's a later problem anyways. And I think, and since I'm not big anyways, I don't have to worry about anybody missing my videos too much anyways. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the recording, the video, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.